Guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm not doing anything really. In today's video, I'm just going to be kind of explaining. This video is basically going to be Fire's difficulty chart, but more or less how to get your levels verified instead of just explaining the level itself. So I am still going to explain how I made this, but I'm also going to explain like what Slindev likes and what people want in verified levels, because we now know that Slindev isn't the only one verifying levels anymore. There's a few people that have the permission to be able to verify levels, and yeah, so I'm going to basically be explaining what's the best way to get a verified level. This is my level gone, which I'm just going to explain what it is quickly. It's only using these 4 blocks, with the exceptions of the color blocks here, because I'll explain how this works. The description of this level is you have built your time machine, which is this little thing over here, and you're sent back to old Grab. This is themed off of the older Grab updates, I guess. Oh, and also Swordfish 105 helped with testing, so thanks to him for making this level with me. But anyways, on to the point. People don't want just like generic mountain levels or generic you're in a forest type levels. You can do them, but they have to be really unique. They have to have a certain gimmick or something that makes a level unique. And with this one, it's the fact that I only use the 4 blocks. There's a bunch of... I'll go through a few of my verified levels list, explain what is interesting to them, for them to get verified. So Gone, which is this level, only uses 4 blocks. Tilt is like just a short, fun, little thing. This doesn't really have too much gimmicks other than just being ice, bounce, and lava. We've also got Checkload Point. The cool thing about Checkload Point is I basically built nothing of it. I just gave everybody editor. 20 minutes to the end of the world. There's a time ticking, and you have to beat the level in 20 minutes. Ockfire's ice difficulty chart, only ice. We got Dawn World 4, basically air. Dawn World 2, basically ice. Dawn World 1, basically just lava and crap. Alchemy 7, not very gimmicky, it's just like a normal actual level. But yeah, you get the point. They've all got basically gimmicks, and if they don't, they're either like really good with the basics, or yeah. So gimmicks are very important, I think. And they're fun, because gimmicks feel new. They're fun to actually build, which, I tell you, if I build something that's not fun, I just quit basically building it. Sometimes I've pushed myself, especially with Fire's difficulty chart, and that didn't even get verified. One of the things that I find about my levels is most of them, like almost all the gimmicks are like only using a certain amount of blocks. And I think it's a really simple way, because it shows like you can do so little with so much. And I've actually wanted to make a level with like a very small amount of complexity, like only 20-ish complexity or something. Kind of like this level from Geometry Dash. That's kind of what I got inspired by. And yeah. I also think your gimmicks need to be new though. You can have like a gimmick that's very popular. So the difficulty chart was a very good example of that. It used to be a very interesting gimmick, but now so many people make them, it's not very interesting, and they won't get verified as much. That's like what I said before. Avoid making like mountain maps or difficulty charts, because they don't get verified very often at all. Main reason why Fire's difficulty chart didn't get verified as well, I think, which explains a lot. Also, I think your level needs to have decent decoration. although gameplay is like an important factor, you need to have decent decoration, I think. And yeah, that's like the most important thing, I think. Decoration can change the status of a verified level or not. Because I remember I was in this is a little story time. So I was in a public lobby with me and my friend and a few other people. It wasn't my lobby. And there was somebody, it was like a free build. Somebody made a little parkour course. They eventually said to me that if I want, I can make a copy of it and make it better. The actual gameplay wasn't bad for that level. It was just the decoration that made it really not good. But I feel like decoration matters the most. I'm going to do a little example here. I'm going to build a very simple tree, which is what most trees are. Not even like this. I'm going to use this block and this block. It looks pretty basic, doesn't it? So this is what you can do to just improve it. Use colored blocks, I think. You can even give them like a spin and it'll make some cool effects and crap, which also look kind of cool. Like, look at that. That's a good detail thing. You can get some of these and even change up the color. If you know how hex codes work, which I actually probably will explain in just a second, you can actually make some really cool looking things. Like this tree compared to this tree. Which tree looks a lot better? I know which one I'm picking, I think. Although, one thing to avoid when you're decorating things is trying not to put like those little things, because they kind of look a bit glitchy and not great. If you're making a holographic level, then that would work amazingly, I think, but yeah, even just using animations can kind of almost remove the Z clipping entirely. Just giving each one the slightest animation can kind of remove the Z clipping. And that's the thing as well. Talking about animations, use things that are new. I feel like, for example, this level, because it's all old objects, it kind of looks a little bit boring. And I know this is my level and I probably shouldn't be calling it boring. And I feel like it works well because it's just like an old thing. But sometimes putting, like, you always gotta have at least one of the new things. Like, when the bounce blocks were released, you had to basically put a bounce block in there in your level to get verified. Or when air blocks were released, or even animations, you basically had to. It was kind of like a requirement almost. So I feel like putting newer things is something important. Anyways, and like before, how I was talking about hex codes, I'm going to give a quick little tutorial on how hex codes work, because these things, they can be kind of hard to understand. So the way, basically, how hex codes work is, I've made a little thing here, kind of explaining it. Let's just focus on the blue one for now. So pretend like our hex code is just this part. Actually, I'll explain. Okay, hex codes are basically, all it is red, green, and blue. Each hex code is split up into what I call 3 sections: the red part, the green part, and the blue part. The hashtag is just there to show it's a hex code. The hashtag you just have to have. And basically, the higher the amount of one of these is, the higher amount of that color will be. So if it's on FF, which is maximum, it will have, for blue, it will be just completely blue. If I was to look at this isn't actually green, because but like if I was to put actual green, which is 00 FF 00, you can see that that's actual green, and then 0000 FF, which is, that would actually look like that. So they are kind of wrong. You can't actually get them colors without typing them in, which sucks a little bit, but you get the point. So these are all correct now. This one is also wrong. But yeah, you get it, right? It's the... You might not understand what the FF means. So I'm actually going to explain that now. Basically, we're going to focus on just... Imagine this part doesn't exist. Imagine we're just focusing on the red right now. I'm just going to grab a little box here. So everything currently, because it's all at 0000, it would look like pitch black. But basically, however we would want to, how we would increase it is increasing it by 1, just looks like that, 0, 1. Increasing it by 2, it's 2. All the way till 9, we'll keep the pattern going, increasing it until we get to 9. We don't just reset it back to 0, we go to 0A. And then 0B, 0C, 0D, 0E, and 0F. And then once it hits 0F, and we want to increase it again, this goes back to 0, and this goes to 1. That keeps repeating, 2, 3, until we get to 9 here, and then it goes to A, to B, to C, to D, to E, to F. And that's where FF comes in, because it's the maximum. Because we don't have G, for example. G, if we were to add it, just wouldn't be a thing. It would just not exist. G isn't a thing in hex codes, so we don't like G. Anyways, so when this thing's increased, and we've got the red as that, imagine this is just blue and green here, green and blue, but that would be red. And basically, if I was to bring this over here, get rid of that, we can change that to FF, and maybe I want to add like a bit of, yeah, we'll do some blue actually. We'll do like C, we'll do like C5. So if I was to do FF00C5, it would look like FF00C5. That would give us pink, because it's a mix of red and blue, which gives us pink. That's a little bit of thingamajig, and we could, this is how you get like my colorish. You can go 00FF, and then you can go like B6. I think B6 will work. So we go 00B6, and FF would give us, that's a bit too blue, so let's increase the green. We'll do 00C5FF. That's still too little. Actually, no, it would be more green, sorry, not blue. So it would be 00FFC5. That's close. I think that's a bit too much blue now. 00FFB6. That's getting closer. But you get the point. You can kind of control what you want to be like the product that you get at the end. And that's how you understand, like, if this is my actual color, which is pretty close. It's a bit darker. But anyways, you kind of get the point. Each one of these increasing kind of like resets it. So that's colors explained. And I feel like if you want to make a verified level, you should know what colors are, because colors help with decoration a lot. And this color palette, I'm sorry Slim, but it really isn't the best. Like, there are not, this orange is not a good orange. If I was to actually, if I was here, I'd do like EB CD 00. How would that look? That's a bit. FF will do C1 00. FFB 400. You can see that I'm kind of having trouble at it, but I mean that's an improvement. Oh, but that is not an actual improvement. We can do FF A600. It's really hard, but once you learn it, you kind of you don't go back really. Like that's a nice orange now. Also, by the way, don't mind why I'm pink and poo right now. Anyways, so yeah, I feel like that's just some stuff that you should know about colors. Anyways, back to all the verification, because I know that was like half the video right there. Also, I know Slender needs good names and good descriptions. If you have let's say you have a really good level, which will be in green, but you call it something terrible like Sigma Sigma Riz Livy Done. Imagine you were to call that level would get declined. But a good level with a good name like, I don't know. You can imagine though. You can kind of imagine. You have to put a okay name, and that would probably not always. If you don't get verified because of me, I'm not responsible. But that would probably get verified, not declined. So don't waste your grab coins, is what I'm saying basically. You can save your grab coins on better things like purchasing pink and poo pack. So then please add a pink and poo pack. Anyways, so yeah, that is my guide to actually getting a verified level. It might not be the best. I know there are a lot of better guides than this, but this is just some of the tips that I know to use. So yeah. Also, if you are friends with a verified creator, maybe get them to help you build a nice level or something, because I know it's a lot easier to get verified levels if you are collabing with somebody that actually knows how to build, and it's basically like a cheat code. Basically, get your friend to make 2 levels for you, and then you can become verified creator on 3000 complexity. Yippee! Isn't that so good? And yeah, that's all I'm gonna explain. My storage is slow, so goddamn, I gotta delete some crap. But yeah, I keep saying but yeah. But yeah. Okay. Also, I don't know if you guys have heard, but to become verified, you need 2 verified levels. So I'd recommend using this guide twice. Duplicate this video, please. And yeah, I think that's it basically for this. I'm going to slide into the void now, if it even ends. And yeah, I'm going to do my outro here. So if you guys enjoyed the video, which I know you did, I can see inside your house. Yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe, because it helps me out a ton as a content creator, especially a small one. So I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, yeah. Oh my god, I can't speak. Anyway, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Ow. Hey guys, it's me in the future. Yay. I'm just announcing something really quick. join my new Discord server, Small VR. It's for small content creators that make VR content to be able to like share ideas and stuff on 3 different games: Grab, Gorilla Tag, and VRFS. So if you want to join, please do. It will be in the description probably, or in the comments or something. And the link is on screen right now. So please join. Just join it, okay? I'm begging you. That I definitely don't have a gun to my head. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. For reals. For realsies. Bye.